They were great.
Patch 6.1, you found adventure. Let's go.
Yep.
Let's go. Yes. Okay.
found
Right. Final Fantasy 14 Endwalker's first big patch is on the way. And, well, here's TLDR of the content. Obviously, new MSQ. Tataru's Grand Endeavor side quest. The Elephant People tribe quest.
Arcasadara.
Arcasadara, there we go. More Hildebrand. That's 6. Well, okay, these are 6.15. Omega. I've just finished Omega, and now it turns out there's Omega Beyond the Rift coming. We've got improvements to a Realm Reborn MSQ. What?
Oh yeah, the what do you call? Oh yeah, I think that's
Is that the Trust expansion?
no. I think that one is actually just some miscellaneous stuff, unless that is them talking about the moving Castrum and Praetorium down into 3-4-man things.
New
which
duty
is
support.
sick.
New duty support system. New dungeon, which will probably part of the MSQ. A new trial.
Yep. Oh, I'm actually
big,
so unbelievably
big
excited
Ensinger
for that.
Extreme, yes. Ultima's Bane Unreal Trial.
Yep.
Unreal Trials.
Unreal
I haven't done
Trials.
any of those again.
Unreal Trials are basically just instead of going back to do Ultimate's Bane, we've designed this again for max level. So same fight, but tuned for max level with all your abilities and stuff like that.
Nice.
I don't know how many changes because I haven't done them myself, but yeah.
And would that sit in like at almost a level 90 version of a non-extreme trial, or would that be like a level 90 extreme?
I think it's supposed to be slightly harder than extreme or around there.
Okay, so new extreme, basically.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's ultimate.
Of course, Myths of the Realm Alliance raid, exploring the 12. That's going to be, I mean, fucking hell. I mean, because it's not just, here's, some new bosses to fight. There's a story, just like, Crystal Tower and all that.
Yep.
Dragon Song's Reprise, the new Ultimate Duty. Crystalline Conflict, the new PvP.
Yeah.
Custom deliveries for
Millions.
Levelure.
Yep, you can put the twins' mother in some custom outfits.
Yep, people are, oh dear.
Yeah, people have been sharing her in a butler outfit today, and it's been activating neurons.
We've got the new residential district for Imperium.
Yep.
Big Ishgardhausen. Adventure plates, Unending Codex, which is, I believe, the lore codex.
Big lore codex. That
really
will,
cool to have in game.
Expand as you unlock stuff and play the game.
Data center travel in 6.18. Additional New Game Plus chapters.
Yep.
Feature to try out items on the online store before you use them, as well as new mounts, minions, and emotes, and more.
Yep, that is a bumper patch to be made in 4 months.
Yeah, so this is going to be coming out mid-April, everyone.
Yeah, which is when to expect all of other MMO announcements to happen.
Yeah. So you should be saying everything leading up to 6.0 was the Heidelin Zodiac arc. We're starting something new, but of course, in the same form, will be a continuation. Yeah. So, we've got all the things that a certain character name dropped before we went into the final trial. That could potentially, the exploration of those could be hinted at. Exploring the 12 as well.
Yep.
Via the new Alliance raid.
The first truly original Alliance raid.
Yep. So, it's going to be fucking cool. Tataru's Grand Adventure. So, side quest with her.
Yep, which is all about, it's all about people who were there at the end just going around but like, cheers for showing up, big man. I assume a bit more interesting than that.
Yep. New role quests. There we go. So new role quests as well.
Yeah, the new one, which will be, because the Shadowbringers role quests, when you did them all, there was an additional part that unlocked that teased some future stuff they were doing. I imagine this will be largely the same.
Yeah. There's Sir Amric.
Yep.
This is good because I would like more of him at all times.
Somewhat.
All right, tribal quests then. So, I mean, there'll be, dailies and things like that to do. We presume around the alchemy.
It's the battle class stuff for those ones.
Oh.
Yeah.
We were talking about alchemy earlier.
Yeah, no, I for clarity, I hadn't actually seen what the Arcasadar tribe quests were, but the tribe quests are the battle ones. Because they usually go with one battle, one gathering, one crafting.
So there's that. Hildebrand. I need to do Hildebrand.
Just big side quest.
Yeah, so I know people are extremely excited for this character returning. And also surprised that this character's returning, so I need to do Hildebrand. That's basically that's. I mean,
you look at the quote there, and it's we had a lot of quests from this around the world 6.0 reviews, especially by overseas media, asked UCP a lot when's Hildebrand back. And I said, the dev team let their humor out during these cutscenes, and they're very heavy on their budget. One thing that people have always said before is that you can see whenever you go from expansion to expansion, you see a massive upgrade in cutscene quality, a lot of them like trying or new techniques they seem to have learned, which is really interesting. People have shown a lot of Hildebrand stuff from the expansion before and going, this is the first time they did this. They tried to do this specific type of animation or this specific type of shot in the Hildebrand stuff because they were just being creative and having fun with it. So they're just like, fuck it, let's just do cool shit. And then later on, they're like, oh, we can do this in MSQ. And you're like, nice.
Sequel to Omega. Yes, my Omega video comes out tomorrow. Omega's so fucking good. Oh my God. Okay. So, for obviously narrative reasons that you'll know if you know, they think they could add a quest that clarifies a little more in the connections made. So I think that's very cool and very well timed for how I've been playing the game.
Indeed.
Right, ARR, MSQ improvements. So that's just the previously mentioned stuff, which we could assume is Praetorium and all of that. New dungeon, yes. What will the story be? How will we get there? We'll find out.
Yep.
Of course, the new extreme.
Yeah, and the comments will not make me so happy. I have cleared it, but it was difficult. They want to make it too easy, but they want to respect the developer's feeling, which is cool. So I think I'm
terrified.
The trial in normal was really, really hard.
T2.
Not really hard, but like generally hard conceptually because the mechanics are so cool.
Yeah. T2 fucked me up during T2E for the first time. So man, it's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Ultima's Bane. Yep. As well, so the unreal of that. Myths of the Realm, which I don't think we have too much else to expand on, but exploring the 12 and here's some cool art.
Yep,
and
cool screenshot. Specifically, he chose that screenshot out of a lot they had prepared because that was the only one that you couldn't tell where this was. He's like, you will not be able to figure out where that is, but every other one did. So,
Dragon Song Ultimate, so that is firmly the category of things that I'm just not good enough at the game to even consider trying.
It is almost. I mean, that's the thing. It's 8 people. There's all you have to do is go do it basically.
Yeah.
And there you go. It's just, well, here's the thing, right? It's such a great version of the experience because it's not just here's a harder difficulty version. It's not just this one hits harder, there's more mechanics. This is a reimagining of the fight that is effectively entirely just fanning head cannon stuff that isn't real. But an abridged version of the whole story with mad shit. Like there's 2 dragons, there's the Heaven's Vault Knights, all that stuff. And also Mr. Ozma designed the fight. So that's certainly going to be interesting. Certainly. And I imagine it's going to be hard.
Job adjustments.
Yeah.
Find more part 2, but maybe Reapers won't just get to top the charts for free.
Maybe.
Which I believe is what the prevailing opinion had ended up being.
Yeah.
For PvP then, so Crystalline Conflict, which is the small-scale PvP mode that they outlined a decent bit in one of the pre-Endwalker launch live letters. Looks interesting. We'll just have to see how it fits. I think definitely I'd find it a bit harder to see PvP in FF14 as opposed to WoW, but I'm willing to give it a shot, see how it is. Custom delivery, so neurons are firing. People are very excited about all this.
Yeah, people love their aesthetics.
That's it. Ishgard housing. So,
Ishgard's
just got such a place in people's hearts because of how strong Heavensward is. So, good luck. You'll probably need it. Adventure plates, calling cards, basically. So this is a new profile display feature. Basically, it's customizable character portraits for your own character, right?
Yep. Yeah, and they were not finished in time for the live letter, so we couldn't show them.
That's almost like... actually, World of Warcraft had that, didn't it? For the default UI, the further you went up the PvP prestiges, you get like more chevrons in your...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cool little feature. So I like little things like that in the UI. Yeah. Then the Unending Codex. I mean, great. So glossary of characters and terms up through 6.0, unlocked in the main scenario of 6.1 and added to your collection. Yeah. So just there you go. There's the story. go have the story. I think this is great.
So
have the story be in the game. It's people, it'll be satisfying for people to unlock more here. So I just think that's brilliant.
Also, referring back to old characters would be very good because there's so much of Heavensward I've completely forgotten because I did it when I didn't care about the game quite as much because it was substantially worse back then, and that was like 2016 or 20 whatever year the game came out. I was like, I had so many characters like I don't remember you. I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Data center travel in 6.18.
Indeed.
Then also, New Game Plus, Hrothgar hairstyles, more glamour plates, and locations where they can be used. So that's good. And trying on items from the store.
Yep.
So what's this? I personally don't really want to implement this feature. I know there are players who'd go as far as saying, "Let me buy them in game." It makes sense from a business perspective, but I am skeptical. Oh, okay. So that's not the idea of like, I don't want someone to be able to try before they buy. It's I don't really like the deeper integration.
Yep. It is literally, I never wanted the online store to be available through the game, but people have asked to be able to check these out. So we've put them off. We've put them off in the inn when you're going to the bed only, which is something you fairly rarely do. So you have to go very much out of your way in order to see online store stuff.
Okay, I prefer
which
that.
Is, could you imagine, like, basically, could you imagine any Western developer saying this?
No. No. Oh, man.
Or any Eastern one, to be honest. Like,
I mean, then big changes. New idle animation for Parasols.
Yep.
Checkmark displayed in items used to obtain minions, mounts, etc. already acquired.
Which is very fun because,
real useful.
So they said that was impossible. And now they've made it possible. There's been a mod that allowed you to do that for years.
Guess some database stuff happened.
I'm sure.
Improved market search and market board visual updates as well.
Yep.
And then, so there's, of course, the duty support system, which is now what their name of the trust system changes. And then also, that's just those changes we already talked about. Expanded trust system, which is pretty neat. Also, I mean, should be good for the story in sometimes. Like, if you can do the vault with Horsefall, that would be stronger.
Yep.
And then, so in 6.1, oh, wow.
Yep.
Yeah, okay, nice. Well, so, I mean, man, doing Praetorium, like, that is such a stronger experience doing Praetorium with characters. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, you just stop and think about that. That is so much better.
Yeah. It's like, we're very sorry there's been a problem for a long time. We'll fix it eventually. And they've just fixed it. And they've fixed it in a way that's like, we might as well just fix every other problem while we're here.
Yeah. Westwind might actually be cool. Solo battle.
I will say I'm definitely sad by the loss of memes we'll have.
We all are. We all are. But no, I just think this is all great.
Yep.
I mean, the more they can do to polish up A Realm Reborn, holy shit.
Yep.
They need to. Changes to the main scenario roulette. Okay, so the available duties are going to be... yes. So there's the Ultima Battle, Praetorium, and Meridianum. Those are going to be in the main scenario roulette.
Yep.
And they plan to adjust the rewards received. I assume lowering them... Wait. No. I don't know.
They're definitely going to lower the rewards. They're not going to be like, here, do Praetorium without the fight at the end. Here's a level.
All I was thinking of is if they changed it such that people were doing less skipping, then maybe it would actually be longer. But screw it. I'm not sure. Anyway, in 2.0, the sounds are very spread out, so you won't see them often, if at all, for the dungeons. But we did think about which NPCs players would want to see in certain dungeons for the support. Thinking about changing Thron March, but that's only a thought for now. Data center travel, so visit your friends. But there are going to be some restrictions, which is all just about like the data centers and stuff.
Yep.
So
please understand.
A big please understand moment, basically with all of that. Yep. So essentially, like if you kind of look at the amount of content here, I mean, because it's because you have to think about what all this actually means.
It's insane.
I mean, so that's going to be like 4 hours of game, 4 or 5 hours probably.
I believe now this was a very heavy one, but 5.3 was because people were comparing.
Shit, you're right.
5.3 was like 4.5 hours of cutscenes. So you're looking at a long time of actual content, especially because of everything else.
So this could be 4 to 6 hours of story.
Yeah.
And then Hildebrand.
Yep.
I have no idea how long that will be. Same goes for the Tataru stuff.
Yep.
And the Omega. But
all just quest stuff like.
Yeah, and then of course for quest content for Myths of the Realm, that's
going to
could that be an hour? 40 minutes, 30 minutes?
Probably longer.
Hard to know.
Probably longer. The Alliance raid stuff usually takes a lot longer than the normal raid stuff.
Gotcha. Okay, well in that case
it's more
beefy narrative.
Yeah, and also that's a three major boss raid.
Yeah. So there's a lot.
Yep.
Yeah, there's a lot. And I like the way that they are able to split up their content so they can just kind of have like a little bit of everything all the time.
Yeah.
And then of course with 6.2, it's probably going to be like September.
Well, that'll be 4 months from April, so that'll be August.
August. Oh, no.
Yeah, because they have a schedule that they stick to.
Yeah, I mean that's when we're going to get the Island Sanctuary.
Yeah.
More of I was about to say Praetorium, Pandemonium.
Yep.
Yeah. Big. Very interested to see what these Criterion dungeons are like.
That'll be very interesting
because that seems to be something they're trying a bit new.
Yeah, that literally it is just, we're sorry, our dungeons are always just, you do the dungeon and then you don't have any, well, they're fun because the mechanics are designed to be fun, but, you're never challenged in a dungeon again unless someone you play with is really bad. That's the only time you get challenged because it's just over. And now they're like, people want the 4-man content that's hard, maybe we'll try it out. So, we'll see what that looks like. If it's, I don't know if it's, I haven't actually read of what they were talking about, if it was new dungeons or existing ones made harder, but at any rate, that Criterion stuff seems.
Yeah, so look, Team Strong, even though they are currently redeploying resources toward, the various different technical improvements they're making for the next expansion and graphical improvements. So it's a bloody strong showing, especially considering if they don't have the budget of WoW. Maybe they do now.
They probably do now.
But historically, they had not had the budget of WoW.
Yeah, because it was before Endwalker. It was talking to, I can't remember his name, the current owner of 4chan, and talking about World of Warcraft, and he laughed saying, I wish I had the budget World of Warcraft did.
Yeah.
Or am I remembering that wrong? Was that a different time?
Who knows?
If I made that up. Anyway, he definitely said that at some point, and it was long enough ago that it might have changed, but maybe not.
So hopefully he gets that budget.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even the most like revenue, it's the most profitable Final Fantasy game.
Yeah. So. Which is wild for...
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, incredible. Incredible.
Yep.
So there we go. Great stuff coming in April. So much MMO.
There's so much
MMO out right now. Holy shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is for anyone. I'm sure most people in chat have FF players at this point in time, but that's what people have come to expect. That's why people are happy to take a break from this game, because they take a break from this game and know they'll come back to having a shit ton of content.
Yeah, you feel well taken care of, and it's predictable. And if something that happens against what you would predict, they let you know about it in advance. They explain why, and they say they're sorry and please understand.
Yep.
And there you go. It works.
Yeah, it is.
It just turns out be open.
Yeah.
And it's like, for all the things that big Japanese companies are known for, it's generally not being great at the community and being very open. But here they are.
Yeah, well, that's the thing where
showing how it's done.
Obviously, I absolutely laugh about how Japanese developers have generally make more interesting games in the West on average, sometimes worse but more interesting, as a sort of personal experience. But a lot of what Yoshi P is doing isn't a Japanese thing. It's a Yoshi P thing. It's this fella really loves himself some MMOs. He really loves MMOs. He knows exactly what makes them tick, and he's not culturally blocked off. Even MMOs may have helped that. Where I don't know, because I don't know how much exposure he had to, especially because he doesn't like flying. I imagine he had little exposure to non-Japanese culture until he played MMOs and played lots of them, in the West. But because in his oh my god, what's it called? In the Famitsu columns, Yoshi Uncensored, he talks about having friends at Ubisoft and how he talks to them quite a lot. And there's one specifically, he was really frustrated because he invited him up to his house one time. He was in Canada, or I think he was in Canada, or maybe the North America, and went up. But he was really annoyed because this dude's house, he said it felt like a European mansion, but in Japan, because they're so much smaller and highly populated. They have basically less land per individual. So he lives in like a relatively small enough place. And he's just like annoyed because he kind of felt this person was living in like a mansion because it was just, the Canada, outside the city. But he's very, very much, open to other forms of game development and how they approach it. Yeah. And he has a lot of thoughts on how that's happened in the West and the East and how to communicate with players. So it's definitely not just Japan good. It's like, that's true, but also, he
pushed things forward himself.
Yeah. Japan can also make things like Babylon's Fall.
Haha! Uh-oh!
I love Square Enix. They're very good at making video games.
The live service platinum game that you have to pay a full box price for.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, actually. Yeah.
Why have they done this?
Yeah, so, yeah. In case you think, I'm some sort of Square Enix shill, let's find out. Babylon's Fall SteamDB. The greatest new live service from them currently has a peak of... Please click charts. Where's the number? Oh, the peak's way up from what it used to be. So you think Lost Ark at 1.3 million was big? Babylon's Fall has 1.1 thousand.
Oh, no! No!
Less than 400 players playing it now, by the way.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
That's,
Also, it's not on Xbox, so it can't go on Game Pass.
Remember that tweet?
Mm-hmm.
The tweet from your man was like, this wasn't the game they wanted
Liam
to
Robertson,
make.
yeah.
So
yep.
I imagine there's drama there. And certainly Square Enix have forced devs to make live service games, much to the detriment of the games, such as... I was going to say Square Enix Human Revolution. No, Deus Ex Human Revolution. One of the Just Cause games, they tried to turn that into a live service.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
The Super Bunny Hops reporting from years ago.
Yeah.